Take me to the sea, wash away my worries, let my soul be free. Take me to the ocean, take me to the sea, wash away my worries, let my soul be free.
Hello world, I'm Mhax. Back in IRL, I go by Curtis. Welcome to another episode of the State Copy Podcast. As always, I'll remind you to review episode 0 and its appended segments for terms, conditions, and disclosures applicable to the entirety of this content. Thank you. Oh, you guys, I just fired up. Wait a second. Hang on. Hey, everybody. I just fired off one hell of a tweet storm. My first ever. I'm getting good at this Twitter shit, I think. So, I'm inspired today because of this little segment that I was reviewing all my that is such a pain in the ass, by the way. Pat a YouTuber on the back next time you see him for all the effort that goes into this crap. I mean, finding all those little segments and where the cuts are and figuring out what to name them. It's a lot of damn work. I did like 12 hours yesterday. I don't get paid for this. Anyways, I felt inspired, though, when I started gushing about Lex Fridman. Lex Fridman, I want to build you a gravity well, dude. Check out my gravity well therapy episode to understand the silly words I use. I know I am a stranger from the internet who's one of your best buddies that you've never met. I love everything you've done. First of all, thank you. The idea of getting somebody to do long-form podcast like you do, oh, man, it's just been, it is, well, it's like I said, it's a gift. I'm so glad we have that. Thank you. I've watched most of them, and I've watched plenty of my favorites more than once. Huge fan. Anyways, I know you, dude. I know how to construct a gravity well of joy for you, I think. And I know that sounds nuts, but hear me out. So check it out. I've seen you, all of the effort you put into like just state optimization, like performing at your peak. And that's physical, mental conditioning. I've listened to a bunch of your episodes on all of that rigid protocol you do. So it's inspiring, first of all. But I see a huge gap, man. You don't know parenting. As far as I know, you haven't done the whole dad thing yet. It's huge, man. I feel like people I've heard on your show, your buddies, every once in a while just kind of dance around this notion of relationship and, what are you doing with all that? I'm here to tell you, if you're concerned that children are going to distract you, yes, they really are. I mean, they are so much more difficult and awesome than everybody tells you. If I were to go on your show, I thought, well, what would my agenda be? What would I want to do? What would I be trying to get accomplished by this? I would want to teach you about interval training, THC. It sounds ridiculous, but if you develop the right protocol around it, it's ridiculously powerful. So I'd want to talk a lot about that and explain how it works. And then the next thing I would do is I would convince you that you need to go right out and make babies. It's awesome. It's so this has direct application for your work. People wrongly think we're going to code this shit. I think you, more than most, understand that no, we're building something that's going to be quite a bit smarter than us and that can scale, it can instantly index and access all of our information in real time. It has a substrate that we can barely imagine and an interconnect that's ridiculously powerful. We're not going to hard code 3 rules in that. This is like going to be raising the most what we need to do is think about it like we need to channel the most healthy parenting techniques so that we can transfer this OS to that substrate. We need to teach it like it's a child, because we're not writing fucking Google or, we're not building a database or something. This is so much bigger than that. What we are making is a much more powerful computer to run what I think because I watched all those podcasts, you understand, is just a much more powerful entity. I mean, it's no amount of, get your head out of the book. We did that. Like, that shit is farmed out at this point. I think this data that I've been collecting is inspired by the fact that I kind of have that insight that we are going to have to train this, like, it's really in a sense is our genius child, and we can't treat it like it's a fucking dustbuster or I'm sorry, that's why I went too far back. I'm just excited. This is so fun to do because I really think this is true, and this will make you so damn happy, man. It is the most fulfilling, awesome experience. It's I can't speak highly enough about it. It gives you so much. Think of all of the deep study and rich study of philosophy that I know you've done. Everything snaps into focus when you experience having to see the impacts of your words on the development of your child. And then all of it snaps into focus who you are and who your parents were. And it's a ridiculous unlock in AI development to just be a good parent. You need to get practical experience in that whole thing immediately. And clock's ticking, dude. This shit's happening. So, yeah, man, go do that. You will love it. And it's probably the most productive thing you could do in your work. You're welcome. Cheers, everybody. This is going to be a short episode today.